vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer. You know, when Evan Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
With it, now defended by Embiid. Irving misses. And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. 4-point game. And that one's good. Green.
Nice fluid motion there on the catch-and-shoot jumper from Green. You can't rush that shot. You got to be smooth with it, and he is.
On its way from Irving for two. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just lets Mason loose on it.
And shot by Curry. No good. But that's still looking like they're getting going. The shot goes in, first of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
All Irving needs is just a little room to convert, and he's good to go.
The 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are the guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal. True. Then others who remind you of past greatness, you know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James, I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Just over a minute and a half in. Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk to Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. Talked about the best strategy of containing Kevin Durant on the offensive end. The coach told me Kevin's going to get him. He can't stop that. He can even push him off his favorite spots. His production a bit more palatable to our defense. They've done their homework on KD, but the exam is going to be harder. Guys?
Thanks, David. And Simmons penetrated. A nice shot by Embiid. Embiid's got 6 points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Green, no luck.
Not quite enough to miss. That time around, just lucky he was off. And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot, and paired with his dribble drive, a two-move hook swing.
Right on top of Joel Embiid.
I'll tell you what, Durant is feeling it. He puts on some swagger. He's going to let you know he's got it going.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. And the shot is long. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention the quick plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Giannis' shot is good.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You did not look the gift horse in the mouth.
And Harris, wide open, he shoots. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And that makes it a tie ball game. 1:03 left in the first quarter. Pass to Simmons. Outside, Green. Back to Simmons. Outside, Curry. Trying to shoot for the three. It doesn't go for him. Let's go the other way. Here's Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Hey, Clark, when you look at the footwork, of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro stuff and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lesson. But you're right, got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Just have to be more careful with Simmons. I mean, he's absolutely brilliant keeping the defense off balance.
It's his first trip to the line.
And you know, you take what he can give you for the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
That one's no good.
I like his even-keeled demeanor, guys. Look at Ben Simmons, never too high or too low. He's got a quiet confidence about him that bodes well for his future.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That was pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Simmons drops the ball. 15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The three from Katie. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
Excellent coverage from Durant. Able to guard multiple positions due to his size, athleticism,
And both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. 76ers lead by 1. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Just they've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, this is how you can keep a crowd quiet, though. I mean, methodically score at the line and take some of that energy away from the fans. They don't like to have the action stop when the opposing team scoring. That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Irving drives in. Jordan takes it off the glass. Jordan's got the lead up to 2 now to the Nets.
They are just killing on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court. The Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
We'll see how they do. David, thank you. On the way, Harris. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Simmons inside. Embiid wide open. And there's the ball on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Green outside. Rebounded by the Nets. And here's Harris from the arc. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And how about the defensive impact Embiid has on the floor? He's a great rim protector who can swipe an area pass every so often.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's just so big. He's mammoth. I mean, he's not only tall and long, he's deep, too. He's a thick guy. So he's an excellent rim protector. Discourages inside attempts at a high rate. Falls up the paint. That length is a huge asset. And then his foot movement. It's agility for a guy this size. It's pretty impressive.
76ers making a switch here. Now, here is Hill. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. It's 1 on the clock. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Such a great rebounder. Athleticism and length. Dwight Howard knows how to use those gifts that he possesses.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself a reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. And clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, who's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. It's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
To the left wing. Here's Irving. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Hill.
And I like how Irving also keeps the defense guessing, keeps them off balance, and is so crafty and creative around the basket.
And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Pass to Harris. To the middle. Here's Embiid. Rebounded by the Nets. Here's Dinwiddie. Drills it from outside. Dinwiddie's got 5 points in the quarter.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
To the inside. Dinwiddie with the steal. Durant wide open, he fires. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nets lead by 3.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets are always the result of that extra effort.
There's Embiid. Outside for Curry. Shot clock at 5. Shot to stop the run. And Embiid throws it down.
Well, proving to be a handful once again, guys. Embiid, so tough to keep off the glass because of his agility and size.
Harris inside the line. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's the Nets leading by a point. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And here's Harden for 3. Simmons on the wing. He's got 7. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Simmons with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. It's stolen by Harris. A pointer. That one's not going to go. And the 76ers go the other way with it. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it. Kevin, that may be. It's hard to argue the results.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. KD with the bucket.
You know, when Durant gets a look from that distance, he's letting it fly.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the court.
I agree with you. It was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing. When you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Pass to Simmons. Going inside. And the rebound goes to Griffin. Burnett's with the lead. KD with it. Picked up by Harris. They bucket in no time at all. Durant's got 10.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Here's Simmons. A special move before the shot. He's got 9.
With Simmons, the closer, the better. And he's confident from this area of the floor.
And here's Harden for 3. And Curry pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Simmons on the wing. Shoots over Griffin. Simmons can't get it to go. It's a close game here in Brooklyn. Dinwiddie drives in. Pass to Durant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
He is one of the longer wings in the game. Durant knows a thing or two about drawing fouls.
The Nets have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. And Philadelphia calls time here. And he knocks down the first one.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Now, not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
And the 76ers call time here. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as anything.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. And how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Durant hits them both. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Takes it inside. And another shot. The shot, no good. Now was 76ers the other way. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Irving with the ball. Picked up by Harris.
Irving can shoot it with little warning. I mean, he's just that quick. No time to contest if you're not there before the shot.
Here's him. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Howard. Up again. And Howard with the second chance points.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a 6th sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Outside, KD. Shoots from the block. Count it. KD's got the lead up to 7 out for the Nets.
How do you defend him any better than this? I mean, Durant just an incredible scorer.
And so it's Kevin Durant making it. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Here's Simmons. Here's Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
You know, we've gotten used to seeing this from Joel Embiid, a lethal offensive player who can get hot fast.
Here's KD. The shot, no good. Now the 76ers taking the other way. Outside, Green. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
The play by Simmons. 3-quarter by Embiid. And stay with the play, Harris.
Outstanding work by Harris to get his hands dirty on that offensive play.
Irving with the 3. It's no good. He's now 4 of 9 from the field. The 76ers trail by 3. It's to Curry. Back to Simmons. Outside Curry. Now Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. And Simmons puts up a foul. That's his first foul.
Seems to me as though he's lost his way a little bit in the second half. He's been turnover free before the break. That's certainly not the case anymore.
With it, and Curry picks him up defensively. And an intentional foul right there.
Shoot that shit.
Why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
That's making a switch here. Here's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, David, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He said, this is what we pray for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right over the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He's really fired up about this game.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Brooklyn leading by 6. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Irving, and Embiid with the block.
Look at this combination of reach and time. It makes Embiid a superb shot blocker.
Simmons with it to the paint.
The shots just continue to say no in terms of ball.
From deep Harden. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. But blocked by Simmons. The 76ers with another miss.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another.
Terrace's shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Cool as they come, Ben Simmons loves taking these big shots.
And the Nets will get a change here. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Nets.
So far, they turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Harden right side. The bullseye.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And here's Harden. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range, and beyond the arc, and then some. Harden's got the lead up to 7 now for Brooklyn.
I like seeing Harden score in tight spots. I mean, creating well for himself when the shot clock is winding down. Great players.
Yeah, way to play in the tackle and get to the line.
And you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
A disappointing trip to line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Guys, the passing ability and IQ of Ben Simmons, both amazing.
That's leading by 3. Inside. Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small in his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
And in a tight game like this, a technical can be a killer. He made sure he took advantage of the opportunity there at the line.
Green is a world-class sniper, laser, excellent shooter, great at getting his punches set on these shots from deep.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
That's the first one. Ball 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send him out.
And Curry, here we go. Next to Harris. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kevin Durant.
In overtime, I think Harris has been really good at accepting more responsibility. That's learning how to be a leader.
And Harris drops them both. 51 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Harden outside. Time on the clock. Outside for KD. So they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. Even then, it's just not a good play.
Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
3-second difference between shot clock and game. And Brooklyn turns it over again.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. Have to value every possession.
8 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. To the left side wing. Embiid inside the line. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off, and regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Now here's Simmons. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. It's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, this is not about Cherry, folks. That's his fourth giveaway already. He's letting his guard out there.
The drive by KD. It's hauled in by Harris. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up to Philadelphia. It's free outside. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. First got the first points during the overtime period for the 76ers.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
Up top, Embiid. Outside for Simmons. 4 on the clock. And Simmons steals it in.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control, even when facing physical contact.
And the officials called for a 3-second violation. Just over a minute into overtime here. Embiid in the corner. Outside, Green. To Embiid. 76ers moving the ball around. Back at 2. Harris. Now it's a 7-point Philadelphia lead.
Well, this is the threat that Harris poses now. He's a scorer from every level. Inside, three-point land, and at the rim.
And the 76ers call time here. They're leading by 7. We've got 1:18 left in the first overtime. They want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Green, no one.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. It can be a surprise